Hi there. I thought it was about time that I did my review on Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Not the book, well, the script, the play. I know there's a lot of controversy and some people are upset about the book and the contents. But from my point of view, I mean, originally it's a play, so the script was written for the play, and probably originally they weren't going to bring out the script in the book format. But I suppose J.K. Rowling thought, well, you know, because there's only going to be one play in London, the millions and millions of fans aren't going to be able to see it, so they decided to bring this out. Now, I addressed some of the things in the book. You know, some people are saying about Albus, what's his motivation for trying to bring back Cedric Diggory, the use of the time turner so many times. I mean, it is a bit like a Back to the Future film where they're going backwards and, you know, in time and back again. Why has Voldemort got a daughter? All these different things that people are upset about. But I think you have to understand it's a play. It's not really a book. It wasn't written to be a book. So I think, well, maybe, you know, J.K. Rowling, they shouldn't have brought out the book. But then I suppose people aren't able to see the play, not only because they don't live in this country, but also because, you know, they're sold out straight away, the tickets. I made a point of not buying the book beforehand because I thought, well, I'd like to go and see the play first, even though I didn't have tickets, and I only got my tickets about 3 days before the play. I had a look on Gumtree, which is similar to Craigslist, and I saw somebody had some up for sale, so I went ahead and bought them. But I was never going to read the script until I saw the play first. So really now, onto the play. I mean, I think it was a fantastic production. These special effects were amazing, really, really, really good. They had staircases, it's hard to explain, but stairs that looked a bit like library steps, but really, really, really tall, and they were used for many different things. I mean, one part they'd walk up and down the stairs. They had 2 sets of stairs, and they'd slide them around, and one person would walk up one set of steps, and then they'd move the other stairs, and they'd start walking down those ones to make it look like they're going up and down the stairs of Hogwarts. They also had a picture frame there, and the people would stand behind it. The talking paintings. There was the Floo Network, which at the back of the stage they'd have a fireplace, and that was actually, from what I could see, it was real flames, and the flames would just go out, and then a person would come flying down through the fireplace. It's probably, you know, some kind of slide, but you couldn't see that because it's all hidden behind. When Harry Potter would go into the Ministry of Magic through the telephone box, you were left thinking that you're really watching magic. You were thinking, how did they do that? He'd walk up to the phone box, they'd go inside, and they'd have their cloaks on, and it just go in a swirl. They just disappear into it. It was amazing. When they took the Polyjuice potion, they would start, you know, going like that, and after they'd taken the juice, and they put the head into the cloak, and then another person would just appear. It's obvious how they did, but it still looked really, really good. The acting was excellent, really, really good. Jamie Parker, who played Harry Potter, he was really, really good. I can't remember his name, but the actor who played Scorpius, for me, he was probably the best actor in the play. But then my wife said to me, well, he had probably had one of the best scripts, the best parts, and he did, so that probably helped him a bit. But I liked the way Harry Potter in the play, he as a parent, he was just worried about his son. So some people saying, why would he shout at Professor McGonagall? Why was he behaving in this way, and why was he doing that? Why was he stopping Albus from being friends with Scorpius? Now, I'm 42 years old now, so I've got teenage children, and I can understand the way the parent thinks, and you worry about your children. So I could see that, and it worked. I thought it worked really, really well. That he didn't want him to be with Scorpius. He's worried that he might have a bad effect on him. And then from Albus' point, where people say, what was his motivation for trying to get Cedric Diggory back? And for me, he just wanted to step out of his father's shadow. He's a child of somebody really, really famous, and he just wanted to rebel, be in a different house, be completely different. And his motivation to help Cedric was he's listening there on the stairs when Cedric's father is talking to Harry, and Harry's saying, no, you can't use the time turner, you can't do it, we won't allow it. So he's watching that and he's thinking, right, I'm going to help him, I'm going to go against the kind of thing that my dad would want me to do. And I really like the character of Scorpius because he's completely different from Draco. He's more timid, he's a lot more friendly, he's kind, he's really great character. And actually Draco in the play was more level-headed than Harry. But yeah, the effects were really good. The Sorting Hat, they had a man of, oh, might be in this book. This is this book here, it's got photos from the play, and you can get it with this bag or without. With the bag it was £20, without it's £8, so I just decided to get it with the bag. They yeah, the fellow hat with the Sorting Hat, there was a guy in a suit, and he'd have a bowler hat, and he'd hold it around the person's head, and he'd say what house they were in. Also, the same actor played the part of Hagrid. Another really, really fantastic part in the play was when, I suppose as you know in the book, when Delphi, I can't remember now, when she was in the old people's home and she went through the secret passage or whatever, the whole theatre, they dimmed all the lights, and then there was all writing, actual writing, all on the ceiling, all on the walls. I suppose somehow it was, I don't know, it's luminous or whatever, ultraviolet, how they did it was, so they had their wands out and you could see all the writing on the ceiling, on the walls, all around you. It was brilliant, brilliant, really made you feel a part of the play. Also the Dementors, that was really good, the way they came out of the dress circle. We were in the stalls in 13th row, and the Dementors, they came down, they came out and down in front of you, and I got a chill up the back of my neck. They came down, and the actors who were taken by the Dementors up, so the Dementor would envelop the person and take them, and you see the person just disappear into the Dementor, and they just disappear, and the Dementor would obviously would take them back out, up into the top of the theatre, and they just disappear again. That was really, really good, fantastic. Really enjoyed that. Also, they had the underwater scene was really good because they're all on wires, but they had like a screen at the front to make it look like they're underwater. And Scorpius and Albus were underwater trying to do the spell on Cedric Diggory. That was really good, the way he engorged and made him go really big. And then it was really good because when each part ended, it was in 2 parts, but in each part there was like a 15-20 minute break. So the first part of part 1 would end, you'd be left like, you know, on a cliffhanger, thinking, wow, what's going to happen next? And yeah, so that was really good. Oh, also this part, this was brilliant, where they're the books, they were looking for the time turner, and they had to work out the clues. They'd be sucked in to the books would spin, and each person would be sucked in and they'd come back out again. The way they did that was brilliant, really, really good. I enjoyed that. I think, you know, with the story, it was written as a script to be more, I suppose, more visual as well. So with the time turner, seeing them going backwards all the time, and you know, 4 or 5 times, that's really quite visual. The way it would be spinning around and things like that. I'll go through this this book. Probably jog my memory a bit. I wanted to do this review as quick as possible because of knowing me, I'll probably forget it all. That's the first picture. Second. This is the, I suppose it's just maybe rehearsals. I'll probably remember more afterwards and think, oh, I should have said this, should have said that. But yeah, it was really good. Oh, also when the there's another picture there. When they used the time turner, there's I think there's a picture of it somewhere. There's another picture there. So I think, in a way, you know, I think the intentions were good to bring out a book with the script in it, but it doesn't translate maybe that well. I still haven't read the book, and I think, well, maybe I will one day. But to read a script, it's a bit difficult. It's like this person turns that way. It's not a book, you know. So you can't read it in the same way. So I think a lot of the criticism, I think, is a bit unfair because it's not meant to be. So the book. This is the Sorting Hat. This is, I think, part 2, so the beginning when they've gone back in time, and then Dolores Umbridge is the head teacher, and Voldemort's back, and it's all Death Eaters are running the school. There goes another picture. I thought the fella Ron, brilliant, played exactly as you can imagine Ron as an adult. That was really good. All the actors were really good. This lady who played Hermione, she's quite she's well known over here in England. I think she's been on Casualty, a few different TV programs. Oh yeah, this is the bit I was saying about the underwater scene. That was really good. That was very good. This was really good. This is the scene where Harry says to Draco, "Are you sure you're Scorpius's father?" And then Draco says, "Take that back." And then he starts having a battle there. And then Ginny comes in, doesn't she? And she puts a stop to it all. But it's really great. The chairs moved up in the air. They were both on wires suspended, but you can't see any of the wires or anything. Fantastically, really great, brilliantly done, really good. And the time flew by. The 4 hours 40 minutes of the play, it just flew by. The makeup there, the makeup was really good. Also, there was some merchandise that I bought a little bit. This is the part, yeah. This is the part where they're deciding they want to destroy the Time Turner, and Delphine, she comes along, didn't she? I thought her part, it was good. I mean, when you found out who she was and she was a villain and she was like really bad, I don't know, I thought the acting was a bit, she didn't scare me really. I mean, I didn't think, oh, was that really brilliant. Maybe it's the actress, I don't know, but she was good. See, these are the stairs. You can only see the top of the stairs. They've put two sets of stairs together there, but that they used. Now, yeah, there's the. I know some people saying about the train, where the lady with the trolley going around. Now they had in the centre of the stage, they had a bit. Clara, good girl. They had the stage actually in the centre. It revolved, so it wouldn't revolve all the time. But whenever they needed to, it would. So they had the part where Scorpius and Albus were on the on top of the train, and the lady going through, she was on top with her trolley, and she's saying to them, you know, you're not allowed. Nobody's ever got off this train before. And the claws came out of her hands, and she was trying to stop them. I thought, see, maybe it didn't translate that well in the book, the script, but I thought it was great when you were watching it in the play. It was really good. Yeah, this is the part where Harry is having his I think it's the part where he's having his chat with Dumbledore's painting. I thought that was really nice, a nice, good kind of like intimate moment between them where they're talking about, you know, their love for each other. Oh yeah, this was good. Yes, this is where the Triwizard Tournament, where everybody's cheering Cedric and the other competitors. And I think they were on the left hand side. They had Dressers Durmstrang, they had Albus and Scorpius where they did the spell. Well, you're not too happy, are you? Because I've muted your TV. Yeah, so there are the two staircases, as you can see there. They're separate. They revolved. They moved them around the stage. They had people moving them around for the different scenes. Like I said, where they'd be walking up and down the stairs and different things like that. This is Halloween, and they had all the doors along here. Albus went back, and he was there in 1981 when he was born, just before Voldemort comes along to try and kill him. There's another photo there. I just think it's really fantastic. It's a shame that, because of course there's so many fans and it's one play in London, it's a shame that, well, that people couldn't watch it first, and so they thought, you know, they'd have to read the book. I suppose if I lived somewhere else, or if I couldn't watch the play, if I, you know, there was no chance of me watching it, I suppose I would have read that first, and maybe then I wouldn't have liked it. There's some more there. Also, when they were using the time turner, there was I don't know. No, here's another picture there. We were probably, if you can see, we're probably over here somewhere down there. And the way the Dementors, they came across, they dropped down, they came across from here somewhere, came right across here. It was fantastic. And at one point, when Voldemort went to try and kill Harry as a baby, there's Harry watching it with his son and with Draco, and they're all standing there. They're all standing on the stage. We're sitting here, the audience, and they watch Voldemort. And Voldemort, he walked past us, the actor, you know, dressed up as Voldemort. He walked past us and behind, and then you're watching them watch Voldemort kill Lily and James Potter, and you can see Harry, and he's really upset. But I mean, it's fantastic the way they did it. And there's the last picture of the Sorting Hat. Now, when they used the time turn, I'm trying to see if I can find the picture that will help explain it. The effect was really, really good. Just trying to see if I can find these. Yeah, no, I don't know if you can see it on this picture. I don't really know. It's on here then. No. Right. Yeah, but these, you obviously had the clock in the background, and if you see these little circles here, they had kind of clocks on them, I think, at that point, and it would all light up, and the clock would spin around, and all these circles would spin, and as they're using the time turn, it was just like a blast, and it would kind of go like that, and you got to feel through you, and so you really felt like you're part of it, like you're travelling in time. It's really good. So really, that's most of my review. I thought it was really. I can understand people saying, "Oh, why would Voldemort have a daughter?" But it worked well enough. I can understand people say he thought he was a more, so there was he wouldn't think that, but he wouldn't want to do that. But I think it was written as a play. So yeah. Really, that's about it. He's crying, well, moaning. Also another thing, when Professor McGonagall, oh, that actress, I know, she was in, oh, I didn't know that was her. What was she in? She was in Lark Rise to Candleford. Yeah, that lady there, I'm sure it was her, definitely. Yeah, when Professor McGonagall was looking for Albus and Scorpius in the, I think it was in the library, and she's got them ruled as map. They'd hidden under the invisibility cloak, and then you couldn't see them, but then there was bits of furniture moving around, so it made you really look like there's invisible people there. And then she said, well, if I haven't seen you, you know, then that's it. So she went out, but that was brilliant. It's just special effects. When they would do a spell, flames would fly out, you know, across the stage. I'm trying to think what else. There was just so much. It's hard to really try and find. It was not long ago, but try and remember everything. But it was really good. I mean, you know, maybe I think eventually they'll probably turn it into a film, and maybe they might do the play in different countries. I don't know. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed this review of the play from from the shop. They had some merchandise there, and the first part they had, it was all different merchandise. And then they had the dark, which they called the dark merchandise for the second part. Most of it I didn't really want. There was a lot of t-shirts and different things and jumpers, but I got a lanyard. And I like collecting pins, so I just got a couple of pins. You can see there, they were $3.95 each. And as I said, this book, there's a program actually which I can show you. And also, at the end of the first part, when you went out, because there was a 3-hour break, you had to leave theatre. They gave everybody badges saying "keep the secret," but maybe I shouldn't have taken one because I'm not keeping a secret. But then there are people who won't be able to go and see the play, so I suppose they'd like to find out what it's like. So yeah, this is just the photo of the cast. Some of the cast there. It's not really. It's just more. It's a lot of writing, so there's not really much I can show you in terms of photos or anything like that. There we go. Also another bit that was really good was when Scorpius was talking to Snape, and he was telling him about things that he knew about Snape. Because at first Snape didn't believe him that he was travelling using the time turner, and he was telling him about you love Lily, and it was really good special effects where Snape was in front of the blackboard and he went like that and it opened and Scorpius could go through. That was really good. There you are. This is all just writing. I'm just trying to see if there's any more photographs. The Magical Palace Theatre. There you are. There's another photo there. Spirit lives on. If I remember anything I haven't said about the play, I will maybe add it to this review at the end if I've got any other things. Yeah, this is just adverts really now, I think. Yeah, Railway Children, that's it really, nothing else. Yeah, okay, and that's that's it. Thank you very much for watching. If you like the videos, please subscribe. A little bit of trivia to the end of my review for Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I was looking up Jamie Parker, the actor who plays Harry Potter in the play, and I didn't realise he was in a play called The History Boys, an Alan Bennett play that was in the West End about 10-12 years ago now. I really wanted to see it at the time, but for one reason or another I didn't. Also in that play was James Corden, who's really big name over there in America now, and also Richard Griffiths, who played Uncle Vernon in the Harry Potter film. So there's a connection between the two there. Now they did make History Boys into what's that? They did make the History Boys into a film with the original cast. So you've got Jamie Parker, Richard Griffiths who played Uncle Vernon, and James Corden. So they're all together in the film. I haven't seen it yet, but I will do it at some point.